Wii Sports Resort, a pretty easy game, right? Actually wrong. For the most part, it's not too hard, except those little jokesters down at Nintendo thought it would be hilarious to sneak in one of the hardest challenges in any of their games. Just to straight up torture any completionist of the game. What the heck are you talking about, you may ask? Well, if you've played the game, you may know that it has these achievement stamps you can get for completing challenges in the game. They're all relatively attainable, except for one.
This dumbass one right here.
In golf, you need to finish with a score of 18 under or better. If you've played golf in real life or in the game, you know how insane of a challenge that is. You have to play 18 holes and have at least 18 shots less than par. The stamp even taunts you by saying, in theory, it's possible to even do this on a 9-hole course. Which is just like, fuck you, no it isn't. Just for those who may not know the rules of golf, here's a quick rundown of how the scoring works. So in golf, the lower the score you get, the better. Every hole has a par associated with it, like for example, a par 5, which means you want to try and get it in the hole within 5 shots. If you do that, you get par and you get 0 for the hole. 6 shots would be a bogey and you will get +1. 7 would be a double bogey and you will get +2, and so on. If you're really good and you can get it in 4 shots, that's a birdie and you get -1 for the hole. And if you're amazing and can get it in 3 shots, that's an eagle, and you'd get -2. There's also albatross and a condor, which almost never happen and I won't be able to get. And of course there's hole-in-ones, which mostly only happen on par 3s, and for that it would be considered an eagle, so -2. So in order to get this stamp, I'd have to get at least a birdie on every single hole, and if I get any pars or bogeys, I'd have to get just as many eagles or hole-in-ones. Are you starting to understand how bullshit this challenge is? But as a self-proclaimed video game golf connoisseur, this stamp has haunted me for years. I actually came so close to getting it a few years back, finishing a round with 17 under, and I just missed the last putt for eagle that would have given it to me. Ever since missing that putt, I've been in a deep, deep depression. After years of being in this slump, I realized the only way to get better wasn't by getting help or seeking therapy or any shit like that. I had to get this stamp for once and for all, and that's just what I set out to do. For day 1 of the challenge, I knew I probably wasn't going to get the stamp right away. The very first round of the very first day went about as you expect. Ooh, come on, god damn it. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh, come on, that was in. It had been a while since I played Wii Golf, so I had to get back into the old swing of things.
I got a couple birdies here and there, but for the most part, it was just pars and bogeys.
After the first 11 holes, I was sitting at +1. Not too great, but that's when I finally started to get back into that iconic Wii Sports groove. I birdied hole 12, eagled hole 14, got another birdie, and capped off the round with another eagle. Let's go, eagle, come on, baby. Ended up finishing with a 5 under. Not too shabby for the first round of the challenge, but I still had a long way to go. Just to understand the math, I had 67 shots in the first round, but in order to get 18 under, I'd have to have 54 shots or less. So my work was cut out for me. I tried one more round on day 1, but I was playing like absolute dog shite, so I quit after 9 holes. Day 2, I was feeling pretty good about where I was so far. From just the beginning of the first stream to the end, I had improved so much, so I was really hoping that trend would continue. I came out real hot. Almost got a frickin' hole-in-one on the second hole, and then again on the 4th hole. Come on! Bit of a piss off I couldn't get them in, but something was in the air that day. Then the birdies just kept coming. I was 7 under after 12 holes, which is the best run I've had so far. Oh, let's go, another birdie. Then things took a slight turn. Hole 13, I took a chance on the drive and it did not pay off. Shit. Ah, god damn it. Oh, that's a big L right there. Fuck. Finished the round with 11 under. Best round so far, but still had a ways to go. Luckily, my cat was there to give me some words of encouragement to keep me going. Any words of wisdom, buddy? Thank you. Round 2 started off even better. I birdied hole 1, and then this happened. Let's see. Probably not enough, I'm thinking. Oh! What the? Dude, that was insane. Let's go. I freaking told ya. I knew something was in the air that day. I did not keep up the high quality for the rest of the round. It was okay, but definitely nothing to go call and tell your mom about. Finished with a 9 under, I got 3 bogeys, and didn't get any eagles other than the hole-in-one. Day 3. Day 3 was the first day I felt I might actually be able to do it. I had steadily improved every day so far, and it was becoming more possible with every round. First round of day 3 started decent, not absolute shit garbage, but not amazing, until hole 9. Then your boy was hot. Oh, let's go. Another birdie. Birdie on 9, then another birdie, then another, then I got another birdie, then, oh yeah, a birdie, and then I got a freaking eagle.
Then there was 2 more birdies.
Nice.
Great birdie.
Damn, I'm killing it today. Let's go. Not even half hour into the stream.
Got a freaking par on hole 17.
Then a GD eagle to finish the round. Oh, let's go. An eagle. Finished with 15 under, only 3 shots away from the goal. I was finding there was a few holes in particular that it was really hard to consistently get a birdie on. The 2 I found the hardest in particular were hole 7 and the biggest piece of garbage in the game, hole 17. Hole 7 starts off with a really tough drive through these trees, then they make it even harder by putting this giant tree in the middle of everything, and these other trees over here. So many times my drive would put me in a spot that made it almost impossible to get it on the green. Then, to make matters even worse, it's one of the hilliest greens in the game, so unless you're already close to the pin, you're probably not going to put it in one shot. And fucking hole 17. Ugh. This hole is absolute garbage. So it's a par 3, but it's way further than the other par 3s. So you usually have to use like a wood or a driver. Also, the whole thing is uphill, which makes the meter on the side completely inaccurate. And to top all that off, it's this long, narrow ledge which the ball will often bounce off the rocks and go way off to the side or in the water. I hate this hole. And it's hole 17, so it can completely kill a run right at the very end. So anyways, I was 1 run into the day and feeling pretty good. For my second round, I had a freaking sweet chip in on hole 17 to get a birdie. Oh!
Nice chip for birdie.
That was like a 3-pointer. Let's go. And I finished with a respectable 12 under. Then right after that, another 12 under. While I was still doing really good, I felt like I might have hit my peak. I was finding it really hard to do any better, but no matter what, I was not going to give up. Well, like the challenge in general. I did give up for that day, actually. By day 4, I was getting a little worried. My steady increase in skill had kind of dropped off, but I wasn't going to let that get me down. I knew I had to just put my head down and keep grinding at it. But sadly, it kind of started off with more of the same. Had a pretty hot run to begin with a 14 under, but I was definitely getting a bit frustrated from not improving. And that definitely began to affect my gameplay. I started trying really hard and I wasn't accepting any bogeys. And if I got a bogey, I would just restart the run. Then I started messing up easy putts. Missed the birdie putt on hole 1. Restart. Missed the birdie putt on hole 2, restart. Then, after all that crap, I finally started to have a decent run, birdied the first few holes, got a couple pars, but I was consistent for the most part, until I got to hole 14.
Great shot.
Alright, this was not working. I had to change something. I had to do something different. It was going to take me forever to beat this challenge the way I was going. I had to think of something that would help me do better, but in the meantime, I needed some practice. So I grabbed 2 other Miis and played a round of 18 so I could practice each hole 3 times. And just started a round purely for practice. Well, hopefully, I thought of something to help me perform better. And of course, I started off extremely hot. Hole 1, birdie, birdie, birdie. Hole 2, birdie, birdie, birdie. Right around the 3rd hole, I had an epiphany. I can try to always have the 2 other Miis shoot first, so I have better possible odds when I shoot the ball. I don't give a crap how bad the other Miis do, as long as my Mii is the one that gets 18 under. And just like that, that's how I was going to do it. Soar my own Mii to victory by coasting off the shots of the other 2. So whichever Mii did best on the previous hole has to go first on the next hole, so I'd often end up shooting first, but from there it goes in order of who was the farthest from the hole. So as long as my shot is the closest to the hole, The other two go before me, and I can figure out what shot would be perfect for my me. That first round, I was on freaking fire. I birdied the first 5, got a par on 6 and 7, birdied 8, eagle on 9. I could not be stopped. There it is. There it is.
Good birdie.
11, 12, 13, all birdies. Yes, let's go! 14, eagle, which if you're keeping score, that puts me on track to get an 18 under if I get at least a birdie on all the next holes. This was by far the best run I'd had up to this point. But God is a cruel son of a bitch, and things took a turn for the worse. I had an absolute garbage chip on hole 15. No. A little bit more. Don't go in the sand. Okay. Fuck. I almost recovered with a long putt, but I just couldn't quite put it in. That sucks, man. On hole 16, I was able to make a really tough putt for birdie, but then was hole 17. And you can probably guess what happened. A really unlucky bounce to start. I had an amazing chip that almost recovered for the birdie, but I just missed. Putted it in to finish with a par, which meant I was sitting at 15 under going into the final hole. So in order for me to get 18 under, I had to get the ball in just 2 shots. An albatross, which I've never done before. So while I wasn't too confident that I'd be able to get it, I wasn't letting that get me down. I prepped what I thought was the perfect drive, took the swing, and then, oh God, what the hell was that? Come on, man. Stupid. Yeah, so I was in the rough, really far away from the green, and I somehow had to get the ball in one more shot. Not loving my odds. I knew from where I was at on the rough that I would probably have to overshoot the ball, meaning put it in the red, which would make it veer hard to the left or right. So I wind up a shot, hoped that it would veer to the left, and prayed to God that it would go in. Please, God. Please somehow just let this go in. Please, God. Oh God, no. So I finished with a par, sticking with my previous record of 15 under, but in my opinion, that was definitely my best run so far. Yeah, I mucked up that last hole, but otherwise it was pretty close to perfect. Even though I had just messed up big time, I wasn't even that mad because I discovered the strat that was going to take me to 18 under. For the first time in a couple days, I ended the stream with some hope that the challenge was actually going to end soon. Finally, there was a light at the end of the tunnel. 18 under was coming soon. Yeah, so day 5 fucking sucked. I didn't have much time to stream. My first round wasn't going great. I got to hole 10. Well, there it is. And I just decided to end it there. There's the stream, folks. That fucking sucks. For day 6, I was excited. I had plenty of time to stream and I had the strategy down. So at that point, it was just the grind to finally get it. Even though day 5 was a wash, I was feeling really good about day 6. Started off pretty good, birdieing the first 5 holes. Yes! Oh my God. Then I got a par on hole 6 and 7. I probably should have kept going, but I just decided to end it there. Awesome. Kind of stupid, honestly. I don't know why I did that. I wanted my start to be almost perfect, like birdies or better. I didn't want to get to the last few holes if I didn't think there was a chance of me actually getting the 18 under. Then next round, missed the birdie on hole 2, so I restarted. Started to have another decent round until I messed up on hole 6. God damn it. Restart again. Then I restarted another few times. I was getting a little worried that this new strategy wasn't going to work. I was falling into the loop of just constantly restarting, and it was really getting to me. I reluctantly decided to start another run with the 2 me's. On the first hole, I came super close to an eagle. Too much. Fucking too much. Come on, get in there. Get in there. Oh my God, man. But ended up finishing with a birdie. Then came the second hole. Okay. Yes! Let's go! Yes! Whoa! Who do you think you are? I am. Oh. We needed that. Oh my gosh, that was a long time coming. Another hole in one. Let's go. 2 holes in and I'm feeling great. Then came hole 3. I had a pretty nice drive and was able to get 2 practices in with my second shot. I lined up what was hopefully a perfect drive. Oh god, that sucked. Oh wait, actually, did it? Okay. Okay. Yeah, that was on purpose. I was able to cap it off with an eagle. Only 3 holes in and I was sitting at 5 under. Could this be the run? But I didn't want to get cocky. I had some unlucky wind on hole 4, but that didn't matter because I had a sweet putt for birdie.
Great birdie.
Then I got to hole 5. Hole 5 is one of those holes that's like completely make or break by the wind. If the wind is moving forward, you want to aim over these trees and try to shoot it over. And if you're lucky, sometimes you can even get it on the green in 2 shots. But if the wind is coming against you, you'll probably want to go a bit more to the right because you might not make it over the trees. And you're definitely not getting onto the green in 2 shots. So when I got into the level and the wind was revealed, some good wind. Give me some strong wind forward. Okay, I like that a lot. 8 miles moving forward, I'll take that. Had a great first drive, obviously.
Great shot.
Get over that fucking tree. Thank you. From where all the balls were, I only got 1 practice shot for my second, but I definitely made it count. Okay, that was really good. I just had to make a few minor adjustments and then... get in the fucking hole. Let's go! Yes! Albatross! Holy shit, I've never done that before. Oh my god. That is insane. I have never, ever done that before. I never expected to, honestly. Yeah, that's right. I freaking lied at the start. I did get an albatross. Of course I did. But I almost did it again a few seconds later. No big deal. Get another one. Come on, get a fucking another one. Oh, so close. Just 5 holes in and I was sitting at 9 under. My best run by a wide margin. But at this point I was starting to get nervous. I had a bit of leeway to get some pars and maybe even a bogey, but at the same time it's so easy to fuck this whole thing up. Hole 6, this is an easy to mess up hole. Usually for this one, I'll try to have a drive that's not too hard, then from there use my 3-wood and shoot it lightly through the trees. I use the 3-wood because with an iron it will go too high and hit one of the trees. At this point I wasn't taking any chances though. I wanted my practice shots to be from almost the exact same place my real one was. So I putt them a bunch of times so they'd be right behind my ball. Okay, that's too much. So I had a pretty good practice shot, but I had to just be a bit lighter for my shot. Not enough. Get on the green, god damn it. Not that much lighter, idiot. Stupid. I was almost able to save it with a long putt. That's fine. But I couldn't quite do it, finishing with my first par of this legendary round. Definitely disappointing, but I was still in a really good spot and I wasn't going to let that get me down. Then was the dreaded hole 7, and of course the wind was absolute shit. Somehow, by some act of God I guess, I was able to pull an amazing drive out of my ass for all 3 me's, and mine was the best, so I was going to get 2 practice shots. The other 2 were a bit too far away though, so I had a couple little putts to make them much closer. When I do that, it's always risky because if I accidentally go past my ball, then I completely miss the chance to get a practice swing. Luckily, I didn't do that this time. I was worried about this giant tree, and that if I used my iron, my ball was going to go too high and hit the branches. So with my first practice swing, I tried to shoot over here and try to curve it onto the green, but that ended up being pretty shit. But I was able to tell from that shot that it wasn't going to go high enough to hit the tree. So for my second practice, I was able to get a good gauge of how powerful it needed to be and how much the wind was going to affect my shot. Okay, so a little bit less sauce for sure. An absolute fantastic chip, if I do say so myself. Good.
Nice approach.
That's what we want to see. Sadly, didn't make the chip in, but I was able to pick up the birdie. And hole 7 is a rare birdie, so I was feeling quite happy with my performance. Hole 8 was a bit troublesome. It's only a par 3, and since my me did the best on the previous hole, I had to go first, so I wasn't going to get as many practice shots as I usually do. Too much? Luckily, my chip wasn't too bad, and I had a worse shot with another me, so I putted around and was able to get a good practice putt in, which helped big time because I was able to get another birdie. Let's go. Let's go.
Birdie.
I hate that hole too. I freaking hate that hole too. Oh. Hole 9 was another textbook quality hole. Nice drive, good second shot. Couldn't quite make the eagle putt, but it was an easy birdie. All right. At this point, I was halfway through 18 and sitting at 12 under. 9 more holes to go, and I really only had to get 6 more birdies as long as I didn't get any bogeys. And that's not even taking into account any eagles. However, I didn't want to get too cocky. This game can be very unforgiving. And there's one more thing. I was getting really nervous. Hole 10, one of the easiest holes in the game, literally a straight line with a pretty flat green. I got to the green, and then... Fuck. Come on, man. You're gonna mess this whole thing up. Hole 11 was another par 3, and I picked up an easy birdie, so I was now at 13 under after hole 11. Hole 12, I had a nice drive to make this patch of fairway. Let's see. And then I had an amazing shot putting it beside the hole. Nice. That's solid right there. Okay.
Nice on.
And of course I putted in for the eagle. Let's go.
Great eagle.
Now at 15 under after only 12. Hole 13 was another short par 3. I wish I hadn't fucked up that hole 10. Don't backspin too much. Don't backspin. Stay on the fucking green, please. Didn't have the best first shot here, putting it a bit too short. Then for the birdie putt. Fuck. Again, I was nervous and I didn't hit the ball near hard enough, finishing with another par. 15 under after 13. Hole 14, no complications. Easy birdie, now sitting at 16 under after 14. Hole 15, I was so freaking close to the chip in for eagle. Nice. You take those. God, that one would have been nice. Ended up finishing with a birdie. Now 17 under after 15. Only 3 holes to go. I had a good drive on 16. I almost put it in the bunker, but just missed. Oh, Jesus Christ. From there, I was in a tricky spot. I didn't want to chip the ball because it was likely going to hit one of these trees. But if I used my wood, I was likely going to put it way over.
I decided I'd take a risk and try to hit it towards the sand trap with the 3 wood in hopes that the sand would slow it down and it would come out on the other side.
God damn, I'm good. Easy putt for birdie. Okay.
Great birdie.
So I was 18 under after only 16, but the thing is, the achievement doesn't pop there. I had to finish the 18 holes and still have 18 under. So it all came down to the final 2 holes. But of course, hole 17 was next. All I needed was a par, and I absolutely was not going to take any chances because it's very easy to put it in the water here. My first shot was decent, short of the green, but not in the water, which was my main worry. I set one of the me's to take a practice shot from the same region I was in. Oh shit, that was pretty good. I just had to recreate it for myself. That's fine, that's fine.
Great approach.
Thank fricking God. Then I finished it off with a par. Didn't get the birdie, but I didn't care. I was past my least favorite hole in the game. 1 hole to go. All I had to do was get a par. But this hole has a lot of water, and it's easy to mess up.
Nice shot.
Luckily, the wind was good enough that I could shoot it to the island on the left. Okay. A great drive, obviously. Sadly, my other 2 me's actually had better shots. Please don't tell me I'm going first. Fuck. So I wasn't gonna get any practices on my second shot. But, guess what? I don't need that shit. Stick it like right there. Okay, we want to go pretty much full power. Stay on the green, stay on the green, stay on the green. Okay.
Nice on.
On the green in 2. Let's go. Now this was a par 5. All I had left to do was putt it. And I had 3 chances to put it in. But even then, I wasn't taking any chances. I set up the 2 practice shots. There, right on the green. Nice. That's where we want to be. Eagle chance? Don't think so. Eagle would be ideal. Okay. Just barely missed the first one. A little bit more powerful. But was able to drain the second one. And it all led to this. Okay. If I make this putt, I get it. I win. I get minus 18. Actually, I get better than that. Oh, fuck. Have to make this putt. Alright, a little bit to the right. And about 3. Yes! Let's go! We did it, baby! Let's go! Oh my god! Yes! Who do you think you are? I am! Oh, it's kind of awkward now. I have to... I gotta finish the round. Oh, let's fucking go, bitch! Let's go! Yes! Oh man, that feels good. I'm so fucking pumped to be done with this. I do not want to stream this game anymore. Man, if there's anybody in the chat right now, they'd be flipping their shit. And boom!
It's a new
New
record.
high score.
Excellent.
Oh! We did it! Yes!
Pro class.
Good job, Laura. Way to go. I guess I'll end the stream there after 2 hours and 17 minutes and 32, 4, 5, 6 seconds. Alright, that's it. See ya.
Back again. Wasn't expecting to be recording this in August, but that's just the way she goes, I guess. You know, I'm a very busy man. Thanks to anyone that's watched the video up to this point. If you want to see more of these like challenge stream videos, let me know. And if you happen to not be the one person that tuned in while I was doing it live, I do plan on doing more streams on the channel at some point, so just stay tuned if you're interested. Okay, bye.